Good afternoon, dear student. Today we will be learning about the second part of banking of road. In the first part of banking of road, we have done about safe speed limit. That is, we have done with this formula. That is, Vs is equal to under root of Rg tan theta. Now, when we are considering this safe speed, in this particular safe speed, by deriving this particular formula, we have not considered the formula for force of friction. That means we have not considered force of friction. Since we have not considered force of friction, so obviously what will going to happen, as we have not considered the force of friction, so obviously what will going to happen, that force of friction when we have not taken. So whenever any vehicle is going along the bank road like this, that is an angle of bank road. So what we are going to find out, the vehicle will not going to attain this particular safe speed. Okay, why it will not going to attain this speed? Because we have not considered the force of friction. Okay, so it will going to have either the speed limit as minimum speed limit, that is called to be lower speed limit, or it will go to have upper speed limit, that is V maximum. So first of all, we'll go to derive the formula for the lower speed limit when the vehicle is going along a banked curved road. So here, what is actually vehicle when the vehicle is going along the bank curve road? So when it is going to achieve the lower speed limit, what does it means? That the speed, that is the safe speed limit, already we have seen that the formula is what? Under root of Rg tan theta. So that speed, if it is minimum, that it should be less than under root of Rg tan theta. It should be the condition of the lower speed limit when the road is banked. So that means what? That directly reflects that mv square minimum upon r should be less than n sin theta. Should be less than n sin theta. What does it mean actually? We're going to explain with respect to this particular diagram. That means what? Here you can see that in the earlier derivation, we have got the car. This is a car for the safe speed limit. We have taken normal, that is exactly perpendicular to the surface of the car. Okay. We have taken the weight of the car, that is in the downward direction. We have divided normal into two other components. One is n cos theta vertically and n sin theta towards the center. Okay. Now here I have introduced one more force, that is called to be force of friction. Now this is a banked road having angle of banking theta. The force of friction, in order to find out the lower speed limit, it should be along the inclination, okay, but in the upward direction, So this thing is very important. You have to remember that the force of friction we have considered along the inclination, but in the upward direction. Now where does the force of friction will go to act? Obviously the force of friction will go to act between the road surface and the tire. That's why I have shown the direction of force of friction along the inclination and in the upward direction in a case of finding the lower speed limit formula. Okay. Now again, I have divided force of friction into two parts. There is two components. Fs cos theta, it is coming in the horizontal line, and Fs sin theta, it is going the vertical direction. So force of friction along the inclination, it is acting between the road surface and the tire. It is divided into two parts, Fs cos theta and Fs sin theta. Now here you can see that when we have considered mv square minimum upon r is less than n sin theta. Okay, less than n sin theta means what? What will going to happen? This is greater. This is greater. Okay, so the tire of the vehicle will try to skid downward. According to this particular condition. And the force of friction is actually what? It is towards the inclination, and it is also greater. It is also maximum. Here we have to consider one more condition, that Fs is maximum. So here you can see that there is a pulling of the car from both sides. Like one side, the car is trying to skid towards the center because of this, and the other side, what is happening? The force of friction is greater. When in order to get the lower speed limit is greater. So obviously what will going to happen? The speed what is going to get, that is the Fs, when the Fs is maximum. So whatever the speed we are going to get, that will be always the lower speed limit. So here we have to do certain balancing of the equation by looking at the diagram. So this concept you have to remember. That is what we have taken. V minimum is less than under root of Rg tan theta. Why it is less than? Because we are finding lower speed limit. Okay. Then mv square minimum upon r is less than n sin theta. It means that a tire is trying to skid towards the downward direction of the wheel, and the force of friction, it is along the inclination but in the upward direction. So both are trying to pull each other. That's why the Fs is also maximum. So what will going to happen? We're going to get the lower speed limit. Now we'll see the balancing of the equation and try to find out a formula for V minimum. So the balancing of the equation, with respect to diagram. Now with respect to diagram, first we'll find out the directions of all the forces. So here you can see that first is weight. When we see that the weight is acting downward, so first I will write that mg. Okay, weight is acting downward. It is n cos theta and the weight are coming in one line, but they are oppositely directed. Both are oppositely directed. But you can see that one more force is coming, which is actually parallel to n cos theta. Fs sin theta and n cos theta are parallel to each other, and both are trying to balance with the weight. So that means I can write down that weight is equal to n cos theta plus Fs sin theta. Now why I have taken plus sign? You can see that here n cos theta, same line, Fs sin theta, same line, both are parallel. That's why n cos theta plus Fs sin theta. This is in the opposite direction, so that's why it is trying to balance with these two forces, that is weight. Weight is trying to balance with n cos theta plus Fs sin theta. So this is my equation number 1. Now equation number 2, how we have to find? Now you can see that n sin theta and Fs cos theta, both are anti-parallel to each other. Anti-parallel means what? This is in this towards the center and it's away from the center. So when it is anti-parallel, so anti-parallel means what? I have to write down n sin theta minus Fs cos theta. That's why I have written a minus sign. So here both these forces, both this component will try to balance to centripetal force because it is coming towards the center. So centripetal force, as we know that it is given by mv square minimum, because I have to write on the minimum, find out the minimum velocity, that's why mv square minimum upon r. So this is my equation number 2. So mv square upon r is the general formula for centripetal force, but we are finding minimum, that's why I have written v minimum. Okay, so we got equation 2 and equation 1 and equation 2. I will do divide equation 2 by 1. On dividing equation 2 by 1, I will going to get v square minimum upon r divided by mg. That means just dividing this will be n sin theta minus fs cos theta divided by n cos theta plus fs sin theta. So I have just divided, that is mv square upon r divided by mg n cos theta n sin theta minus fs, okay, divided by n cos theta plus fs sin theta. Here we have to consider that fs is equal to mu s n. Okay, this is and fs is also maximum. So I have to just substitute fs is equal to mu s n in the above equation. So m will going to get cancelled here. We are going to get v square minimum upon rg from this equation, v square minimum upon rg. Here n sin theta minus mu s n. Mu s n, in place of fs I am substituting mu s n. Cos theta divided by n cos theta plus fs, in place of fs what I have to substitute, mu s n sin theta. So wherever fs is there, I have to just substitute mu s n. Okay, so after substituting, suppose I am writing that this is my equation number 3. Okay, now further what we have to do, so you have understood that how we have done the balancing of the equation, that is equation 1 and equation 2. Okay, after doing the balancing of the equation with respect to diagram, I have just divided 2 by 1. So 2 is this divided by 1. So mv square minimum upon r divided by mg n sin theta minus fs cos theta upon n cos theta plus fs sin theta, simple division. Will going to get cancelled. I have just substituted that fs is equal to mu s n. So wherever fs is there, I have just substituted mu s n. Now further what we are going to see, further with respect to equation 3, equation 3 is there. I will just write divide equation divide numerator and denominator of 3 by n cos theta. Numerator and denominator of 3 by denominator of 3 by n cos theta. So v square minimum upon rg, this will remain same because n cos theta divided by n cos theta will be 1. So is equal to n sin theta divided by n cos theta minus us n cos theta divided by n cos theta, that will be equal to This is only for the numerator. I have done the division for numerator. In the denominator, n cos theta divided by n cos theta plus mu s and sin theta divided by n cos theta. So wherever what I have taken, dividing numerator and denominator of equation 3 by n cos theta. So this left hand side will be say n sin theta divided by n cos theta. There is a minus sign, mu s n cos theta upon n cos theta. Denominator n cos theta divided by n cos theta plus sign mu s n sin theta divided by n cos theta. So n will go to get cancelled. Here n cos theta will cancel. Here n cos theta will cancel. Here n will go to get cancelled. Now see what are the things will going to remain. V square minimum upon Rg is equal to sin theta upon cos theta is tan theta minus mu s divided by n cos theta upon n cos theta is 1 plus mu s again sin theta upon cos theta is tan theta. So this equation we got. So therefore V square minimum is equal to Rg bracket tan theta minus mu s divided by 1 plus mu s tan theta. Okay, so this equation we got. Further, now we have to find out a V minimum. So just I will remove this square and just introduce a square root here. So we can see that this will be the actual my formula for V minimum. That is a lower speed limit. What we have written is lower speed limit. This is V minimum is equal to under root of Rg tan theta minus us upon 1 plus us tan theta. So this only equation we have to derive. Now what is the actually logic in this equation? If suppose in this particular equation, if I will take the value of mu s, the value of mu s is equal to tan theta. The value of mu s is equal to tan theta. If suppose in this equation, if I am taking that mu s is equal to tan theta, so what I will going to get, tan theta minus tan theta in the numerator. So V minimum is equal to under root of Rg tan theta minus tan theta 1 plus tan theta. Okay, so in the numerator it will be 0. So that means the whole thing is going to become 0. Okay, that means V minimum will be 0. Now this is in many cases it is true that V minimum will be 0. Why it will be 0? Because here what we are considering, if suppose the condition is something like that the angle of banking is very small, the theta is very small, okay, and obviously we are considering the force of friction also, and here we have considered that the force of friction is maximum. So any car which is moving along the bank road, obviously what will going to happen when the angle of banking is less and the force of friction is more, so after some time the speed of the car will go to become 0 or it will be less. It will keep on reducing. That's why we have to check for a lower speed limit that there should be some sort of angle of banking. Is at least some limit should be there, so that at least the car will go to occupy the lower speed limit. In my next lecture, we're going to see about the upper speed limit, that is V maximum. By that time, thank you.